Okay, here we are, making a musician, and yes, I am holding a guitar now. So we're progressing through this. He told me today that we're gonna do some guitar stuff. Didn't expect that. I've been on the violin, a little piano, and now I have a very nice guitar in my hand. And
So they might look at it and not think it's very nice, but it's my old 1949 J45 with all the signatures on it. Enough about that. The reason we've got Adam in the or on the guitar is I want him to see a scale and through the lens of the guitar, because I feel like that it's going to help him just with his overall knowledge of the scale and how the guitar physically works, but it will help the other things that he's doing. The first thing we got to do, I've never seen him hold a guitar, so we've got him holding it over his right knee, which is how I want him to do it. Your right arm, I want you to, the crease of your elbow kind of sits on the edge of the guitar. Okay. Because when you're picking the guitar, it kind of should strike right about here. Now, I am going to show you how to hold a pick, but this is all going to be real quick because we're not really turning you into a guitar player right now. We just want you to understand a couple things on the guitar. And so I always tell people, I had two things, the thumb across the top on the back, and then I just bring my index finger over, but how much of that pick is showing?
Yeah, not a lot.
Not very much, because it's just a little extension of my fingers. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, I a lot of times didn't use a pick, and I just used the back of my nail, to do things, like that. So it's an extension of your finger. So that being said, let me see if I can get you to hold it. So thumb.
And I have an injured finger here, so that's why we're using a pick, right?
So yeah, and so if you get, and we tuck the other fingers, make sure you're not holding on. Don't hold real tight, and don't hold with two fingers. Yeah, that looks good. Now, just see if you can just pick a string.
That's right?
Nope, that's not right. So let me just see what you got going here. Okay, so thumb across the back. That's closer to right.
Got it.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now I want you to so you got your crease on the guitar, or your elbow on the crease.
Got it.
Now back it up just a little bit so that it kind of strikes at the bottom of the sound hole, and just pick that top string. Good. Now rest your wrist kind of anchor it right there. Now do it again. Now go. It's going to kind of mute it a little. Yeah, move it. Yeah, yeah, and that's fine. For right. Yeah, there we go. Now just try your bowing exercises. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the next string. Good. Start down though. Up, just like a bow. Next string. And you can kind of move this hand to reach those strings a little bit more. And take it. Very good. Now we won't go through but just so you can basically navigate the thing.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now what I'm going to show you right now is a linear scale, because I think we mentioned this in the scale video. On fretted instruments, a whole step is 2 frets, half step is 1 fret. So we're going to start at an F note, which is, I'm going to just have you do this all with the index finger. So you're going to put your index finger right behind the first fret, and I mean right behind. That's proper finger placement. So I want you to pick that note. So get your hand back and just pick that once. Yeah, and we'll all do down picks. Now, if I say move that index finger a whole step up, which way would you go? Just on one string. Up in pitch. That's a half step. There. So then do that one. And then another whole step, right? And then a half step. And then a whole step. Then a whole step. Another whole step. And then a half step. And that was an F scale we just played. So So you can see the ladder real
Yep.
easy
Oh,
on
yeah.
that, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
we see a F and then a whole step, and then another whole step, and then the half step, and then a whole step, and then a whole step, and then a whole step, and then another half step. Now, we never play the guitar like that, but obviously I can go. We'll see if you can do that. So start with F again. So find me the A, which is the third note of the scale. So we got F. So go back to F. Play F first. Play it. Get that wrist a little bit anchored. So it's easy. Yep. Now play the G, which is a whole step. Now the A. Okay, you're on the third note. Now play me Hot Cross Buns. Yeah. Again. Oops, not right up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Want the half step. Oh,
Yeah. Right, and then stay right there. One, and then to G, and then back to that. Very good. Now was that all enlightening?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to do the first 5 notes of the scale, and we're going to do it with our fingers. Now we're going to move over to the B string, which is the second smallest string. I want you to put your first finger behind that first fret. That's a C note. So we could play a linear C scale right here if we wanted to, just the way we just did that F one, right? But see if you can pick the right string. So that's, yes. Now, instead of moving the index finger, I want you to use your ring finger and play that whole step right there. Yes, and get the finger closer to the fret if you can. All of that, that's where your fingers are. So, yeah, so and try to leave your first finger back where it was, sort of. Yeah. And then go to open E instead of going up so that's the little one. Sorry. So the little string.
Below it?
Yep. And then first finger behind there is F. Oops. Yep. And then ring finger is G. So now let's play that again, the G. Now the F. Open E. Yep.
Same little string.
Now ring finger on that B string, that's a D note. Oops, you picked the wrong string, that's fine. And then back to C. So let's play that together. Start with the C, D. Oops, get your finger. And then I know this is all different.
Yeah, this is all.
Open E. So you pick down to the next string, and this is different for you, I know, especially with your thumb being instrument. And then F, G. Oops, too far. Try to leave your index finger anchored when you go.
Got it.
Back to F. E. D. Third finger right there. You got it.
I was right there.
Yeah. And then C again. Okay. So we got. And we could just do. So I'm not going to ask you to do that, but what's this is the first note, this is the second note, here's the third note. Play me Hot Cross Buns. So play that open E first, that little E first. And then, and go ahead and look.
I am.
Yeah, you definitely look there. So go back to E. Now, third finger on the B strings. So this one right here, there's your D. So pick that, and then the C, which is first finger up on the second string. That's all right. It's hard to see too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So as someone learning are they doing this all just off of feel, or are they looking more? I can't even see.
You right now we're doing this for demonstration process, and I'm going to send you home with a guitar, and you're going to do all the stuff that makes it like, okay, now I can see it and everything. But I mean, yes, you're definitely looking at it when you're starting out. Try to see this.
Okay.
You're not by feel. You got to look and see.
Right, and so like with someone like lean it back
you're going
a
to be
little bit.
trying to see if you're picking the right string, and if
I lean it back a little bit, that happens.
Exactly, and just do that. So. let's try to play hot cross buns, even if it will be ragged. So just play the open E. Don't need any fingers on there.
Okay, so open.
Then the D note, right? You're getting at the ring finger on the B. Yes. And then yes, and do it again. Now stay right there. Very good.
Wasn't
bud.
as ragged as I thought it was
No,
going to be. My
it's
hands
good.
were like...
Now,
Yeah.
watch this. We could see you could do the same thing we did with F, right? Right? So I could have done... So what the reason it's not logistically, it doesn't work out. You couldn't be fast. You never play like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so what's happening here, this is where the point in the guitar where those two notes are the same, because to play those scales, I'm going to, my hand stays in the same spot, right? So does that make any sense to you? So that's why it's not linear, because you need to have it all stay
in
there
the same area.
In the same area. And so they've got a guitar. The guitar is mostly set up in fourths as opposed to the violin in fifths, but that's the way it kind of naturally lines up for our fingers in standard tuning, for the spacing and everything like that.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to demonstrate same thing. Watch me do Mary. Sorry. Right?
Yeah.
Now watch this, and I'm gonna get you to help me decide something here. I'm gonna do twinkle, because we only have 5 notes. There's a problem there, right? Where's that next note?
So then
Think of the keyboard. Is it up in pitch, or is it?
I mean,
what do you have
keyboard
to do?
we reach.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I have to go out and get that. From 5 to 6 in the scale, it's another whole step. So let me show you how this works. Right? Okay, so I'm not going to show you any more of that. What I wanted to do with this little small lesson is I want you to understand how the guitar works to do exactly the same things we're doing on the violin and the piano. I think those 3 different lenses will help you to see it comprehensively. And does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I've never played a guitar really. I mean, I've held a guitar, but I've never had a guitar make sense. And so now it makes sense as far as like, obviously I don't have it memorized, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, and you can go, the great thing is you do get it. And with the work you've already done on the violin, guess what? Your finger shapes are already good on the guitar.
Yeah.
Because essentially it's this, it's getting those fingers upright. Yes. See, it's like, and that all comes from your work on the violin already. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like if we had started from ground zero on the guitar and nothing else, we'd be spending a lot of time getting you to work on finger shapes and pressure and stuff like that. And because of your work already on the violin, I'm not having to do that. I can just physically show you how it works. And now you can go home with a guitar and have fun with the scale and figure out the easy melodies, right? And get used to what the dexterity is. It's a bow or a pick.
Yeah.
It's down, up, down, up.
Yeah, totally. That's cool.
There's the setup over here. We haven't even gotten into chords yet on the guitar or the piano yet. And I'm looking forward to doing that with you. But this is a great little primer thing on showing you how the guitar works, and we'll let you go home from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was unexpected, but I it's, as I've said before, this is not making a violinist, it's making a musician. So this is really cool to see that it's all kind of coming together, and it's my hands aren't don't really know what to do, and it's hard to find. But now that now that I'm leaning this back,
That's the part.
I feel more like I feel like I'll play it around at home, and it will come pretty.
Yeah, and then you
pretty
go
quickly.
home and you'll get your body to learn it.
Yeah, exactly.
What you're already
Yeah.
knowing in your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Right. The most important thing for me is for you to see this simple game through a few different lenses. And so, I think I've told you before about, I don't play the tenor sax, but if I could get one of my buddies, that play tenor sax really well, just to show me how the thing works, how you get the note, how you get a scale out of it,
right?
Then I could start to learn it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It might take me a long time without any mentorship, but because I understand the simple game, which is what I want you to do out of the gate, then that takes it. I don't know how to say it, but it just really does simplify the whole thing.
Okay. And cool. All right. Well, then that's going to do it for this one. And then I guess we'll see what he decides to have me do next in the next lesson. Because, yeah, unexpected to be holding this. I thought we were just going to be doing some more violin stuff. But, yeah, thank you for joining us on this little Making Musician journey. And we will see you in the next episode. Hey, guys, real quick, I just want to let you know if you are a beginner violin player or you want to start playing the violin, to go over to MatthewHartsMusic.com and check out the free beginners module. That is the module that I have taken and I am currently progressing through. That's what started this whole Making the Musician series. In this module, Matthew is going to teach you how to hold the violin, hold the bow, go through all the basics, all the fundamentals of playing the violin, and then teach you, your basic first melodies and all that. And so if you want to start your journey and follow along with me, you can start there. If you are past the beginner stage of playing the violin or the fiddle and you want to learn from Matthew, there's tons of other tunes on there that he teaches, both intermediate and advanced tunes. So if you want to learn from Matthew, make sure you check out MatthewHartsMusic.com.